classroom door. Today we're going to be taking a look at multiplication using the grid method. So if we look at this first example, we are multiplying a one-digit number by a two-digit number. So I would put the 7 into this side of the grid, and then I would need to take the number 18 and I need to partition it. So I split it into tens and units. I have a 10 and I have 8 units. Okay, so once I've put the numbers in the correct place, I then need to begin the process of multiplying. So I look to the left-hand side and realise that there is a 7 there. I'm reminded that I'm multiplying because the multiplication symbol is in the top left-hand corner. So 7, I basically carry my fingers until they meet. Okay, so along from the 7 and down from the 10. 7 multiplied by 10, that gives me 70. So then I would move on to do multiplying the two units. So I carry my finger across from the 7 and I come down from the 8. So I am multiplying 7 by 8, so that would give me 56. Once I've multiplied those two numbers, I then need to add those two numbers together. So I generally put an equal sign on the end, and then I would I would add 70 plus the 50, which gives me 126. So my answer to 7 times 18 would be 126. Moving on to the second example. So I've got 36 multiplied by 21. So I'm going to need to partition both sets of numbers. So the first number multiplies into 3 tens, that's 30, and 6 units. And the second number partitioned would be 20 and then a unit, 1. So the first thing I need to do now is find these two numbers until they converge. So I've got 30, again multiplying by 20. Now the way that we teach this is to say, what is 2 times 3? Children are using their mental facts and they're making it easier for them to answer the question. So 2 times 3 is 6. I then have a 0 over here and I have a 0 over here. So what is 30 times 20? My answer is 600. So if you get them to multiply the two digit numbers, if you like, and then add on the zeros, it's a kind of cheat way of multiplying those two numbers together nice and quickly. Next I will move on. So I have 6 times 20. So again, if I know that 6 times 2 is 12, there are no zeros there, but there's a 0 up here, so I would add 1 0 to make 120. If I then move along to the units column for this number here, so I've got 30 times 1 is 30, nice and easy, and 6 times 1 is 6. So now that I've done all of the multiplying, and this can be the tricky thing for children, is that they're remembering all the steps in the process. So practicing over and over again helps to confirm that in their minds. So once I've multiplied, I then need to add those numbers together. So the way that I would do this is to add these top numbers together first. So 600 plus 30 is 630. 120 plus 6 is 126. I then need to add these numbers together. Now, your child might be able to add them mentally in their head. That's absolutely fine. Just make sure you double check your answer. Or they might prefer to use the column addition method. And a lot of children take comfort from using that method. They know that they will get the answer correct. So if that's the case, they can write 630 plus 126. 0 plus 6 is 6, 3 plus 2 is 5, 6 plus 1 is 7. My answer is 756. If you would like to know how we use or how we show children the column addition method, we have done another video on that and we will leave a link below. Go and check that video out for that method there. That would be how we would multiply using the grid method. I hope that helps, and if you've got any questions, feel free to leave them down below.